Mr. Mowbray started his educational journey at St. Columban's Primary School in 1959. When he finished school, he decided to be a high school teacher. His first job was at St. Mary's in Gateshead in 1977. Mr. Mowbray taught at lots of schools and was even a principal in some too. He then started to work at Catholic school office and has made lots of friends. That's because, as he says, life is all about relationships. In a momentum, a few adults Mr. Mowbray has worked with over the past 46 years are going to say some nice words to him. But for now, on behalf of students in schools across the Diocese, I want to say thank you for making our schools fun and safe and great place to grow and learn.
Our greetings, Gerard. Congratulations on reaching this milestone in your journey. Bishop Bill, I know, appreciated your work greatly, as do I, and I want to acknowledge on behalf of the Diocese your great service to our church and to our schools, and the great work that you did developing many of our strategies over the years and the contribution that you've made to the life of our church. And I look forward to continuing the journey with you in faith. And thank you so much for your work in this diocese.
Hi Gerard, I have to say it's been great working with you. I know you want to spend more time with family, with grandkids, and really enjoy the things that are important to you, but that you haven't had time to really do because of your commitment and the time you put into Catholic education. I really do wish you well, but we really do thank you. And I thank you personally, but I thank you on behalf of the Diocese for what you've done in your time.
Dear Gerard, thanks so much for your commitment and passion to the ministry of teaching and leading in our diocese. Teaching is an honourable profession and vocation, one which you have lived fully and with dedication. You have journeyed with students, parents, families, staff and colleagues with a strong sense of service and love. May the road ahead bring you contentment, joy, peace and time to explore the other loves you have. With thanks.
Hi Gerard, I just want to take this opportunity to thank you for all your years of service, in particular the work that you've done to ensure our children are able to grow and become the people they want to be. Things like Aspire have just flourished under your leadership, so thank you, and I want to wish you all the very best.
G'day Gerard, congratulations on everything you've done for Catholic schools, especially in Diocese of Maitland-Newcastle. The model you've given us is that your leadership is not about you, it's about us. Us will always achieve more than any one person can do. And the fact that you've modelled that, the fact that you've lived it, and you have drawn us into that, I will be eternally grateful for. Thanks, Gerard.
Gerard, hello. After a great career in the mission of Catholic education, I'm not sure what strikes me most every time I encounter you. Your abundant humanity or your commitment to Catholic education. Either way, your community has been very well served over the preceding decades. We're not done with you yet. Take this time out, relax, reconnect with your family, and I'm sure you'll be called upon for your many skills and contributions into the future. Well done, Gerard. Thank you for your friendship and your leadership.
Gerard, I've always admired your ability to work with every school and every staff, no matter where they were across the region, to help the schools build their capacity to meet the needs of students. And it's wonderful now to see that you're working with those schools and with those teachers to make sure that every student's needs are met in every classroom so that they can be the best versions of themselves as they move into adulthood.
Hey Gerard, just a short message to wish you all the very best. Thoroughly enjoyed being a colleague of yours, both on the DLG and in partnership with our Beyond the Gates initiative. Take all the rest you need and enjoy life. Cheers, mate.
Gerard, I'd just like to thank you profoundly for your personhood. I've had the privilege of working with you for a long time, and many times I've needed to speak with you about tricky matters. On every occasion, your faith has shone through, your integrity is profound, and what I particularly love about you is you've never forgotten the demands of being in a school. Best wishes for a wonderful holiday, I hope you get one, and that you enjoy retirement, but never forget the impact you've made on Catholic education in the Diocese of Maitland-Newcastle. Thanks, Gerard.
Hello, Gerard. I just want to offer my deep thanks to you for the many years I've worked alongside you. I want to wish you and Liz all the very best as you embark on the next chapter in your life. Thank you for the work you've done supporting parents and carers across the diocese, and pass on my best wishes from my family to yours for much health, happiness and joy in the coming years. Take care.
It's been lovely working with you. You've been such a compassionate, caring, loving director. We'll miss you greatly, so thank you, Gerard.
You've been a great mentor and colleague and friend to myself for many years. But it's not just to myself. You are a people person who is so authentic, has always known his people and cared for them. We've been blessed to have you leading us. You're a true leader, and have a great rest of your life, Gerard.
On behalf of the Federation of Parents and Friends, I would like to thank Gerard for his many years of service in our diocese, and especially the way that he's always listened to the Federation and parents. Gerard has enabled the Federation to have a voice at the diocesan level, and his strong leadership show how we can all work together for the betterment of our children and grandchildren. The Federation is bestowing life membership to Gerard at our AGM. We wish Gerard health and happiness in his retirement.
Hi Gerard, you're an absolute legend. Thank you for all the support that you've given to me and to the other school communities. You've achieved everything in your career and you'll go down as one of the best educational leaders in the history of the diocese. You retire on top of the game, knowing that our schools have been left in excellent shape. All the very best for the next exciting chapter of your career, and I hope your Newcastle Knights can give you a premiership in the next few years. All the best, Gerard.
Hi Gerard, it's great to be able to take a moment to reflect on the journey we've had together in Catholic education. We came together for the first time when I was at St Pius, and I was also teaching economics at St Anne's. You came into St Anne's. It was wonderful to meet you at that time, never realising that a few years later we would meet in Taree. It was a few years after the school went to 11 and 12. We had much work to do, and over that 3-year period that we had together there, we were able to achieve so much with the wonderful staff working with us and in support of the community at that time. We had many years together as assistant principals in the Assistant Principals Association, then in the Principals Association. It was good when I returned to Newcastle to be able to reconnect to a greater extent. Our eldest children have maintained a great friendship that was formed up there in Taree, and I'm so very grateful for that, as undoubtedly you are as well. I wish you all the best as you move from this stage of your life's journey to the next stage. You're a born educator. I learned so much from you and with you. All the best.
Thank you so much, Gerard, for really focusing students' learning, growth and achievement in the Diocese of Maitland-Newcastle. You've made a huge difference to students, teachers, leaders and the community. Thank you so much for working alongside me in the Clarity work. Thanks, Gerard.
Gerard, it has been a true honour and privilege to be able to be your colleague for the past few years. The way that you have carried yourself in the diocese and have treated each person in the image and likeness of God is a true inspiration. Thank you for giving yourself so authentically and for your commitment to Catholic education.
G'day, Gerard. You get to know someone really well when you work with them. And every conversation, every little chat and every little project has always been about our students. Your leadership has always been about developing the faith, the learning and the well-being of all of our students. Thank you for everything you've done.
I'm sure every school in our diocese has alumni that they're very proud of, but we at St Columbans are very proud to be able to say that you, Gerard, are one of our alumni and one of our special members of our community. We are very grateful to you for being a strong advocate for our school over the years and for being a wonderful leader of our diocese, and we hope that you come to visit us again often and soon.
Gerard, there are many qualities I admire about you, particularly your approachability, your strong focus on relationships, your commitment to ensuring our schools are inclusive, safe, respectful. There are structures that you put in place, but essentially you're a genuine Catholic educator and it's in your DNA, and that's reflected in your consistent messaging, the way you model your leadership of servant leadership and the way you care for the people, including our staff, our families, and importantly those students that we look after.
Gerard, it's an absolute privilege to wish you well and to thank you for your contribution to Catholic schools. One of the things that I have really valued about you as a colleague is the encouragement that you have provided to myself and to women more broadly to explore the skill set that we have and to aspire to leadership positions. And for you to put that special time into conversing with myself and to other women, to encourage us, to inspire us to look beyond the skills that we have, to be confident in our abilities and to believe that we really have something of value to add to Catholic education is greatly admired by myself and others that I have spoken to over the years. On behalf of myself and many other women, I thank you for your service, for your passion for Catholic education and for the direction that you have inspired in us. All the best.
Gerard, thank you. Thank you for being you. Thank you for being an authentic leader across Catholic education, but more in recent times at Maitland-Newcastle. Thank you for ensuring that every student's face is known and understood, to ensure that every learner and every staff member continues to grow under your leadership and working alongside you.
Hello Gerard, I send you this message both from myself and from the Sisters of St Joseph. I think many of us walked the journey with you and had a good influence on your early life as an educator, and I see that as a grace time. A few years ago, Gerard, I remember reading that Samuel Beckett, the Irish poet, at a significant time in his own life said, "Well, they say my best years have gone, and perhaps they have, but I wouldn't want them back, not with the fire in me now. Not with the fire in me now." And that's what I think about you. So Gerard, our prayer, our good wishes are that the fire that's within you to continue to seek what is true, what is right, what is good. The fire to continue to love God, to serve our dear neighbour will never be quenched, but will burn even more brightly in the years to come. I send you blessings, I send you abundant blessings from myself and from the Sisters of St Joseph, Gerard.
Gerard, or Dad rather, I have three things I want to say. The first is probably the most constant refrain I've ever heard in my life is, "My goodness, you look like your father." So can I just say, I'm very aware of that, and Dad, I'm also very proud of that. Secondly, I want to thank all those people who have worked and helped and supported you, Dad, during your 47 years of service to Catholic schools. And finally, on behalf of all your family, your beautiful wife Liz, your children Sarah, Alexandra and myself, our husbands and partners and your grandchildren, Liz's daughters Alex and Ella's family, Frank and Carmel, and your wider Mowbray family. We are so overwhelmingly proud of the contribution you have made in your professional life, but more importantly, we love you just because of who you are. Gerard, Dad and Granddad. And finally, Larry Keating paid this tribute to you almost 30 years ago when you left St Clair's at Taree. We have all been privileged to know the work and the witness of the finest Catholic school educator. Thank you, Dad.